Tonight we will be accomplishing one of our biggest goals in life, surviving the night by sleeping in the snow on a remote island in one of the least explored places on Earth, Antarctica. We'll be surrounded by some of the most incredible wildlife encounters imaginable. The journey to get there takes us through numerous storms, boat rides through treacherous waters, avoiding sheets of ice, and mountaineering across glaciers. We'll walk alongside penguins, summit a mountain, witness the rare sight of orcas in the wild, watch humpback whales feed and dive deeper into understanding the importance of this final untouched frontier on the planet, all while completing 6 missions before camping on the 7th continent.
I love Antarctica! My hands probably shouldn't be that color, right? Is this bad? This is bad. This is really bad, right?
That's how you get ready to go out in Antarctica.
Keep coming. 6, 7,
Sunscreen.
Sunscreen time.
In 32 degrees weather.
You need it.
Always gotta be prepared.
Good way to start our day. Good morning, huh?
Yeah, this is insane. Whoa, I've never seen snow this big.
Do we have any strawberry syrup?
That's crazy! Dumping. Our first of 6 missions is to find a remote colony of penguins, walk among them, and hopefully find some babies.
All over it. This is insane.
Where did they start?
No buildings, no research centers, just these guys.
I'm feeling like a penguin right now with these snowshoes. My waddle, baby. This is Antarctica.
Elton, do I look like that penguin over there?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah. Wow, I just realized where we're going. All the way up,
Wow.
and then up, and then all the way up there.
We're walking up on our first Gen 2 penguin colony. So they put up barriers here so we don't go too close because we don't want to disturb them, but it's crazy how close we get to get.
Right, literally, at least 1,000 penguins around us right now.
Yeah, at least, yeah.
So cool.
They don't seem to really care about us.
No.
Don't seem to be bothered at all.
I feel like penguins act the way we all do when we get out of bed in the morning. I just gave up.
This is beautiful. So my goal is to see a baby chick today, but I realized it's snowing outside and the chicks are not waterproof, so their parents' job is to always shelter them from any snow so that they don't get wet. So I probably won't be seeing a chick today. But this is still amazing, and you can see them hiding their eggs. And that's the dads, right? The dads do that?
Yeah.
So only the boy penguins are out here in their eggs.
Pretty insane. That's crazy that we sleep on that ship, get on a little boat, go to the shore, hike all the way up, and we're able to get here.
Yeah, and our guides are so cool. They come out with all these poles, so they tell us exactly where to go, where to hike, where to not hike, where to stop, where to keep going.
Yep.
They set up little routes for us.
Perfect.
They're like our parents. They're like, okay, go. You get to walk on this line today, and then come back, and then you eat lunch.
And perfect thing to talk about is where that guy's walking and where that guy just went. Those are all the penguin highways. They use the same recurring paths, the same way like humans build roadways. It's paths get traveled over again, and they just make their penguin highways over time. I wonder what causes them to have their separate colonies. I don't think we actually know that.
So the higher the drier, because the higher the wind will blow off the snow first, and then you can start making your nest already. Lower takes longer because the wind doesn't blow off. The chicks come back to where they were born. So the first 5 years, they're not going to have anything to do with making a nest because they're not sexually mature. But then they'll have to find a new spot. So for instance, last year, these rocks, there were no penguins on it. But you can only have so many places on a rock. You see this one?
Yeah.
This is not your best spot. And you know why? Look how muddy it is. So when the snow starts melting, it's actually kind of a puddly stuff. Where over there, that looks pretty good.
It won't wash them away.
Exactly. That is a really good spot. But last year, down on the beach where you guys arrived, there were 3 penguins and they put their pebbles on the snow just at the beach. And we're like, nah, that's not gonna work. But of course, we're coming through the season and the eggs hatched and they had 2 chicks. And we're like, what? On the beach. If the weather's really bad, you have big waves.
Right, and they'll just come and wash it away.
Exactly. But
hey, what do we know though?
yeah, exactly. So,
this is amazing. Well, thank you.
you're right.
Yeah,
Enjoy.
we'll keep moving. Thank you, Micah.
So with a penguin, we are not predators for them. They just see us as a blockage. So when they're walking and they suddenly see this big wall of something, they go, oh, I can't pass, and they just wait. And if we move a little bit, they have space again, and then you'll see that they will actually go. But this one,
It just laid down there. We can't go anymore.
He's back up.
We have a penguin blockage.
oh, there's an egg. I see an egg
Where?
right there.
Oh, I see it. I see that little muddy looking ball.
White, yeah, that's an egg.
Oh, we see an egg.
There should be a penguin on it.
Uh-oh. So what does that mean?
Oh, where's the mother? I don't know where the mother is. Yeah.
Not a bad start to the day.
Absolutely not.
Not at all.
Becoming a penguin was a success, but now it's time to watch them cliff jump while we get up close and personal with humpback whales, where we learn about the depressing truth of what they face.
All right, we're going for a little cruise, baby.
Do you know why the humpback whales were in unison yesterday?
They were eating krill. They will often work together to corral the krill in a tight ball, and then they can both grab it. You'll often see them lunging all at once. As the tail goes up, they dive, then they push the krill up to the surface, and then they go and grab it at the surface. Another technique is bubble net feeding that they do. Apparently they only do that here and in Alaska. They'll swim in a circle, blowing bubbles with their blowholes, and then the bubbles sort of come up to the surface. They create this net, and it keeps the food all in one spot, and then they come up in the middle and just grab it all. It's very impressive.
How often are they feeding?
Every day they will be gorging themselves because they want to make the most of all the food down here, because then when they start heading up to the tropics to breed, they'll then fast for several months while they're having their calves. So they make the most of it down here. There we go! Krill!
Thank y'all so much for sharing.
Yes, thank you for your krill. Look at his little...
Oh my god.
How many do they have to eat a day?
Oh, it's absolutely thousands, yeah. Go feed the wild whales! Bye-bye. They're really high in nutrients, krill. In order to sustain itself, it has to have enough calories within its krill and its fish. It's like the equivalent of eating about 880 burgers for us.
Has anyone tried feeding those whales 880 burgers?
Well, what's also interesting is that they might not be able to handle a burger. Their throats, even on a blue whale, their throat is only about the size of a grapefruit, so they can't actually swallow anything larger than that. And in the US, a couple of years ago, a scuba diver got scooped up in a humpback's mouth, but he had his breathing apparatus in, and he just had to wait, and he got a bit bashed about, but he survived. The whale just spat him out, which is crazy. Yeah.
You know that your accent makes me trust you a lot more? If you had a Texan accent, I wouldn't believe a damn word.
She is making that up.
You could say anything.
All of this could be false, and I'd be like, I believe it.
Whale.
Oh yeah, whale right there.
Wow.
Between us and the ship.
It looks like it's just traveling slowly. They will take breaths and just rest at the surface.
Is it just an illusion, or does it look like its fin was actually kind of bit?
It had a little nick out
Yeah,
of it. They will be attacked sometimes by orcas, but it can just be a nick from things like sea ice as well. Or sadly, they are sometimes at risk of being hit by boats as well. It's not such a big risk for them down here because there's just not that many boats around. But in places like busy shipping lanes, they're at risk from being hit by ships. Is it has had a positive case of bird flu, and once it starts, things like skuas can fly between colonies and spread the virus around. Yeah, so I think you've come at a good time, because I think in a couple of weeks' time, I think a lot of sites it's going to be cruising only.
If the bird flu does spread here, is there an estimate of the negative impact it'll have?
I don't know, to be honest.
Has it ever happened here before?
Yeah, it was here last year. It seemed to affect species like skuas and gulls more so, but there's concerns in South Georgia that the king penguins are starting to show signs of it now. Because I'm not so clued up on it, but you'd start getting different strains that would maybe impact other species more than others.
And then is there anything that can be done if it does start to break out, or are there any preventative measures, anything
Not really,
vaccines,
no.
food you
Just
can-
with close sites where it was known to be, to avoid potential passing it on to other places. We disinfect everything like crazy. When we had it in the north, in Scotland, we just did the exact same thing. All you can do is kind of minimise footfall and clean all your equipment if you're going between islands and things like that. So,
Oh yeah, we're all right.
They hit a shallow spot.
Yeah.
Reverse.
Now we're about to sink.
I was just thinking to myself, oh, it's getting shallow here.
This is the bottom. What?
Penguins just tried to jump up. Oh, and they keep falling down.
Oh, he made it.
Poor guy. That is so. I would be the one that takes like 12 tries to get up.
That is the cutest thing ever. When you get closer, you see.
Oh my god.
Fell backwards.
They're like popcorn.
They're really committed to that iceberg.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh no!
He got it.
Oh,
They're really committed to this.
yeah, why?
They're genuinely not quitting.
The two on top is just like, come on, guys.
I'm realizing you have the same athleticism as a penguin.
I do. I really do. Oh no.
Oh, they're fighting. Oh, they're
Don't say
fighting.
that.
Oh, they're fighting.
It's King of the Hill.
Yeah. He made it.
Oh no, he's gonna knock the other one down with him. They're going down together. They're going down together.
It looks like he stiff armed him.
That's so funny. Oh, there you go. Got a little cut.
Yeah, the left side seems to be. Oh, that one made it.
I can watch this all day.
Right?
This is so funny.
Yeah.
Oh.
Do it. Yeah.
Oh,
you let it on
I'm kind of imagining that that's like the princess penguin, and then these are all like the boys, like trying to be like, I can get you.
Trying to impress her.
That guy's gonna fall.
Oh, that was
He's getting cocky.
good.
He's getting cocky. Here he goes.
Oh no.
He's been swimming with us for like 5 to 10 minutes.
Yeah. I keep saying it's like we're in a National Geographic show, but this is way cooler than any of the National Geographic shows I've seen. This is so cool. How is this real? How is this our life?
Thank you. That was truly an incredible thing to witness. But now it's time to gear up, because we're about to take on an expedition in some insane weather. Right, but we're about to go mountaineering, and look what we're about to go mountaineering in. Look at that. Oh my god. We're about to literally summit a mountain in this.
Oh my, you're covered! We're out there for 10 seconds. I'm tempted to keep it.
That wave is insane. How do you even get on the ship? Like, oh gosh.
I'm a very careful driver. I will do my best to keep it as dry as possible, but let's see what's gonna happen.
The wind is coming.
How are we going to get you back?
Yeah.
It's gonna be legendary.
Swing around away from me.
Welcome.
Made it to shore, shoes on, choppiest water we've been in so far in the Zodiac.
You can see the wind is really picking up versus how it was 10 minutes ago. Oh Lord.
Just to explain everything that you're looking at here and all the precautions that are in place. These buckets are food, so if anything were to go wrong, we're stuck here for an extended period of time, supplies are there. And then now, we go up.
Did you hear about the kayaking? It's only canceling it because the weather's so intense.
We lost out. We're already here, baby.
You look official.
Do I?
Honestly, it's the beard. The beard and the ice axe.
If I put a little bit of snow in it, I'll look right at home. What's so interesting to me about this is I watch all these videos and like geology, conspiracy theories, or just alternative history and how it talks about what Antarctica looks like with the snow melted, and then you kind of like see little remnants of it. You're like, ah.
There is one that's an island.
Yeah, George's Island.
Yeah, and it's like green.
Here still?
I mean, we don't go to it, but
But it's still like actively today, there's greenery on it?
Something
South
like that.
Oh, so Georgia.
Georgia.
Oh,
Yeah.
'cause that's further north.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that makes sense. No.
No! Turn their radios off. We can't hear the orders. Oh, I think they're coming to get us. I see the Zodiacs all coming in right now.
Hi guys, the weather's coming in.
That close, huh? Damn, we were like 3 minutes away. Can I just do it on my own?
Never to be seen again into the
He didn't say no, right?
The concern is actually the sea state.
Oh.
The Mountaineers can handle significantly more than this, but this is a call by the captain.
Purely for extraction reasons.
It's extraction reasons.
We'll get them another day, baby. Probably the weather over there is really bad.
Yeah.
I see. Oh, it was that bad. It became that bad.
If it gets a bit worse, it becomes dangerous.
All right, well, this should be fun, huh? You ready?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
Oh boy.
These are bigger waves than we came in with.
Oh boy.
Whoop. Yep. Hey, who could say that they've gone on a roller coaster ride in Antarctica?
No one.
Yeah.
Oh, very salty.
Yeah. Question. I thought Antarctica's made out of 70% fresh water.
The continent. We're in the devastating machine.
That's looking one by one, yeah.
That was wild.
Yeah.
They tossed me in the air and I just kind of landed in here.
The weather got the best of us, and mountaineering was a fail for today, but it caused us to have this next incredibly rare surprise, a pod of orcas.
They said they see a small pods of orcas floating around in front of us. Oh, I think literally right there.
Oh yeah, way out there. Yep.
Oh yeah, right there.
Yeah, it's like 4 of them, 5 of them.
Whoa! The odds of seeing orca out here during this season is very low. We're too early in the season, that's crazy.
Wow.
And the sun's out too. What a beautiful day, huh?
This is so funny.
Short.
This is so funny. Me just watching everyone go like here and then here and then here.
I gotta just pick a side. I can't. Everyone's phones are in the way.
It's not very cool. Oh! That was the first time we saw the whole head. How's the view, Jerry?
Dude! Can I show you? It's as close as right here. It just came up. It's going down this way.
Are they actually going under the boat?
It's so exciting. They are so pretty. This is my first time.
It was right in front of us. With the polarizer on the camera, you could completely see through the water and just the orca swimming, and then it would just pop up and go back down.
That's cool.
And guess what?
What?
We wouldn't have seen this if we went mountaineering.
That's true. That is true. That
Everything
is not
happens
false.
for a reason.
That is not.
Everything happens for a reason. Isn't that crazy? Yesterday was the humpback whales. Today's the orca.
That was pretty neat.
Wow. What else? I guess the aliens.
Yeah, aliens would be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, or like ancient pyramids, secret tunnels, Nazi bases. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Keep an eye out.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's time to officially step foot on the continental landmass of Antarctica and formally say we have been on all 7 continents.
This area, these glaciers, they collapse quite a bit. Sometimes we have like avalanches, so if you hear a really loud, it could be avalanche over there.
So this will be our first continental landing, right? We've done the little island so
Yes.
I think the islands count anyway.
If we haven't been in Antarctica for the last 4 days, where have we been?
Antarctica, it's all a group of islands without all the ice, and it's all submerged, 3 kilometers thick ice.
Are you saying that the ice actually pushes the landmass further down?
Yes.
Oh, what the hell?
But it also happened in the US, like in the Great Lakes.
Yeah, the UK is actually tilting that way, so used to be a really heavy weight up there. 10,000 or so years ago the weight came off, but it didn't just go boing, It's just gradually going. Scotland is rising. The London is sinking at about a centimetre every 10 years, or I forget the figure. It's something like that. Post-glacial isostatic compensation.
But the important thing is Scotland is rising and England is falling.
Said the Scot.
Neko Harbor, it's this harbor they used it for whaling back in the late 1800s, 1900s early, for the whale oil. They used this shelter base for anchoring their ships, melting the blubber to make it into whale oil. Actually, most of Europe was being lit by whale oil, and after they found petroleum and they started producing synthetic oils, then it crashed down, like, okay, we don't need more.
It must have been a really hard life. Imagine being down here for 6 months, working on a whaling station, 150 years ago.
Much more ice, harsher conditions, worse clothing, the food was really bad. A lot of them died of scurvy as well. They didn't understand, like, okay, we need vitamin C. Also, here in Antarctica, before whaling, you had sealing. They came to kill most of the seals, but not the seals that we've seen, more of the fur seals. They have a much thicker coat, and apparently women in Europe or in the US, they were super keen on having those. So they came and they killed millions. Those ones were almost drawn to extinction, and then in South Georgia, they started recovering, and now the population is the same or a bit lower than it was before, and it's getting even bigger because they're being protected now.
What's up, George? George? Hey, George. Always good to see you.
And the continent.
Excellent.
Welcome to Neko Harbor. This here is the continent of Antarctica. No one can take that away from you.
Hello. Excellent morning. Yes. Good morning, morning.
I think it is time that we officially take it in, because it's snowing, it's surrounded by penguins and glaciers and mountains, and our ship that we've been on for I think 7 to 8 days now, we've officially stepped foot on the continental landmass of Antarctica. So no one can take it away, no geologists or geographers or anything like that can go, rah, rah, rah. You didn't. We have officially done it. 7th continent, in basically 7 months, we did Antarctica.
Heck yeah.
Let's go.
If you're like, wait, yesterday you were on a walk, and the day before you were on a walk, we were on islands those days, which still counts as Antarctica if you ask me, but if you're getting picky, this is the actual continent. We're not on a little island anymore.
Well, let's get to higher ground then, yeah? Maybe he'll follow us up.
It's a roadblock on the highway.
Hey, this one's a big one.
Yeah, that's a beefy boy.
Hey, you so thick. You so thick. You thick of 2 C's.
Oh, I'm tired. How did they walk like this?
If there was any unknown oceanography-based mystery that you could instantly have the answer to, what would it be?
There is a mystery, which is the whale beaching. How come at one point in Scotland or wherever, you have 300 whales, beaching them, they are in good health and everything, they beach themselves and die. They have theories that it's maybe the radars of military submarines or whatever that get their sense of orientation damaged, but there are a lot. 300 at the time is a lot. You have that also in dolphins. You have that also in starfish. Thousands of the same species of stars getting beached, and once they are there, they die. They don't go back. And where I live in the Mayan Riviera, where I study, once we saw little worms, all the same species, thousands of them beaching themselves. The very strange thing about those worms, which I study, is that they usually live under rocks. So they don't swim, unlike the whales, they don't move, usually. Thousands. And what is the connection about the whales, the worms, the starfish, and all those animals? Because it's only one species gets beached.
Oh.
So it's one of the mysteries that nobody knows, nobody has a clue. They think that maybe it's something man-made, but they don't know.
What is your theory? If you had to take a guess, what do you think it would be?
I've been thinking about it for like 7 years, and I cannot find yet the answer.
Anything? Wow.
Not me, but nobody.
Yeah.
So, as I say, they have, but it cannot apply to those worms.
So the worms throw off any possible theory, huh? Because whales...
I collected them. They are perfectly healthy. They survived for years and years. So it's something that caught my attention, and I want to write about it.
Okay. Yeah. I didn't even know that was a thing that happened. I've heard of like beached whales, but I didn't know in that quantity. I think the penguins are going through our bags right now.
Oh, I think they just want to know. Look, they just want to know what's in there or something. I don't know. But they're also like try to nibble a little bit on the bag. Just curious what it is.
Have the penguins always been this, I guess, friendly with humans? Is that just kind of adapting over years and years of us coming here?
Yeah, I think it always has been. That's what I think is the most beautiful thing. They keep doing their own thing, so they're not bothered by us.
This is so cool. Imagine he takes a pole. Oh! You're just curious, huh? You don't want to eat that. Oh, go inside the white bucket. Pitter patter is so cute.
Let's start our walk.
Let's start our waddle.
Let's start our waddle.
Interesting to me is thinking about the fact that we're walking on top of snow that plausibly has been here for thousands, tens of thousands, or hundreds of thousands, or maybe even millions of years. Because all the snow that's here at one point was up there. So it's just been slowly sliding through the continent towards the water. But it's like extremely possible. You think about Antarctica not being frozen until like 15 to 12 million years ago, that the snow was, you know, forming when all of like the megafauna were alive, the woolly mammoths, the saber-toothed tigers, and like all of the snow was here at that period of time. I don't know, it's just a weird thought. Makes you realize how minuscule your human lifespan is. Okay, my math might be a little bit wrong on this, but I just want to see if maybe I can give a bit of a visual reference of how vast and thick the ice really is on Antarctica. It's about 140 feet high. Multiply that by 10 times higher.
Okay.
That's a quarter mile. And then multiply that by 6, breaks the cloud layer. And that's on average how much ice there is compacting on the continent.
Yeah.
That might be like 2 Burj Khalifas in Dubai. I don't know, to me like that already looks massive. And then try to think about that.
I learned from Evan that you should measure things in bananas. So if you could figure out how many bananas that is.
But we need a banana for scale.
True.
It's about like yay size. We'll go about this. And then
Please don't make our editor do that. Even the smell is like, it's a cool smell.
Yeah,
for the record, it smells like
everyone-
penguin shit.
What's up, gang?
I want to ask you a question. Like, why do you love Antarctica so much?
Oh, that's brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's proper
Yeah, do
wild
you?
down here. What nature should be. You're at the mercy of the weather and the elements every day. And you've seen that on this trip, my gosh. Yeah, we've been exposed. So it feels like raw and untampered with. I really love it for that. But also like professionally, like I've worked in polar politics and it's a real special place in that world because it's the only slice of the world that we've decided we can share, at least for now, right? I mean, there's the complexities around whether that will last, but at least since 1959, it's the only slice of land on Earth where we sat around and we thought we can do this, we can make this work. Nearly everywhere on Earth, I would argue, the human world dominates the natural world. We built the Suez Canal, the Panama Canal, we carved out countries, big walls. Antarctica is one of the only places on Earth where the natural world dominates the human world. What's possible politically. The normal political rules don't work here. It's too big, it's too cold, it's too far away. No single nation could defend Antarctica. And so for that reason, and that reason alone, we have this unique situation where it's a space for everyone, a space that's shared. And I'd love to say that like the Antarctic Treaty was just some notion where people came together and they sat around the campfire and they ate marshmallows and sang Kumbaya. So really it's a pragmatic solution to the fact that Antarctica is unique. For that reason, I think it's pretty special.
What do you think happens when the Antarctic Treaty ends? Does it get renewed?
The Antarctic Treaty System ending.
Yeah, do we divide it up like a pizza and cut our little slices?
So up to 1959, the pincer existed, right? You had your 5 nations that made their claims. There's the UK, which now was split into the UK, Australia, New Zealand claims. Then there was Argentina, Chile. And so the British, Argentine, Chilean claims all overlapped here in the peninsula. Then you had a Norwegian claim, and you had a little teeny tiny slice of France. And that was the map. And then on top of that, there was an area of Antarctica that no one claimed. And I think that was a very deliberate and strategic point on behalf of your government and the Soviet Union at the time. Because by refusing to make a claim to Antarctica, they immediately undermined everybody else's claims. Because in their view, it was like, we either want all of it or we want none of it. And that's kind of what the Antarctic Treaty says. It essentially says, if I can't have it, you can't have it. That's why we share it. That I'd love to say it was more elegant and beautiful than that, but Article 4 of the Antarctic Treaty says, if I can't have it, you can't have it. The pincer is frozen in time. So if the treaty falls apart, legally, Article 4 says that we go back to the pincer. Let's be real though, that's probably not how it would play out.
Right.
The Antarctic Treaty would fall apart and we'd probably have to resort to a new regime, and who would take what is completely unknown. All right. So is the Antarctic Treaty System still fit for purpose? I don't know. The natural world is changing, the political world is changing, and so is what humans are capable of with technology. So as the natural world, as Antarctica becomes more accessible and the technology increases, that scale we talked about starts to shift. And maybe there's a day where the politics can dominate Antarctica, can do things that we can't do currently. There is a huge amount of resources in Antarctica, but I cannot understate the difficulty of extracting it. One day maybe the technology will be there, but for now there is nothing that can't be more easily got somewhere else. And long may that continue. In 1998 we signed the Environmental Protocol, and in that was a 50-year moratorium on mineral extraction. However, of course, nations are allowed to do science, and so there's an awful lot of, geoprospecting. You can get away with things with science. You can call things science that maybe have dual purposes, and so there's a lot of that goes on. But the actual extraction of those mineral resources is meant to be banned until 2048. Even then, to change that protocol, to say, okay, we're going to allow mineral extraction, is a very complicated legal process. But to be honest, 2048, 2030, 2070, it doesn't matter. The day that they want the resources and that they can access the resources, the political will change and maybe they'll go after it. But that would be a bit of a death knell for the Antarctic Treaty System, sure.
The famous quote I heard is World War III won't start until someone breaks the Antarctic Treaty. That's the famous US.
The Antarctic Treaty has shown remarkable resilience. In the Cold War, Antarctica was the only table where the Soviets and the Americans would sit at together.
Crazy to think
which
about.
Is crazy, because the issue you have is to make any binding decision in Antarctica, it has to be reached by consensus. And there are 29 parties currently. To get 29 different countries all to agree on the same thing generally means either everyone gets a veto power, or if you do negotiate for it, the law is so watered down because you're trying to meet everyone's demands. Sometimes it's not worth the paper it's written. So these are the sort of issues the treaty system is dealing with at the moment, trying to get everyone on the same page, trying to get a unified vision as to what Antarctica should be about in the 21st century moving forward. Tourism is a great example of an issue they're tackling with at the moment, because everyone's got a different vision of what tourism should look like. And so that might be the next big issue that Antarctic Treaty System tries to handle, because so far they've taken a very hands-off approach on tourism, and it's really been up to us to self-regulate. But we have 120,000 people Cambodian. There's 67 vessels around. We are the biggest economic and human presence in Antarctica now. It's tourism. At what point though do we go, hold up a second, because that's a lot of people.
One final fun question.
Okay, fun question.
Yeah. Is there any discovery that you're hoping gets made about Antarctica?
All the minerals are gone. There's none.
So that way there's no reason for anyone to go here.
I like that.
It's really cool. So they're doing a lot of. So my other life is in medicine and healthcare. I worked as a paramedic and training as a doctor. There's really interesting work that's done we call it bioprospecting. So the idea is that down here in Antarctica, the conditions are so wild and they're so extreme that the animals here have developed these really unique adaptations to be able to survive in this area. And one of the best ones that we know of is fish. So there's inside some of the fish and the marine life down in these very cold areas in the far north and far south, we've been able to harvest proteins from their blood. And some of them have been able to turn into antifreeze. And they're essential for us to be able to do organ transplants. We use them to preserve the organs so that they can be picked to somebody else. And that antifreeze protein is a replica that's been taken of a protein from a fish in these polar waters.
Whoa.
Down here, there is inherently stuff worth protecting. There are so many secrets in Antarctica that we still don't know about. And if we mess with that, we'll screw it up. So there's other stuff out there, I couldn't predict what they are.
Yeah.
But that as an example is like, the human application for that is really important.
It's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
They're going to say like ancient civilization to come cool.
Yeah, no.
Well, there's with life-saving technology.
Wait, one thing I'll say. Have you seen Reddit? Man, Reddit on Antarctica is wild.
Oh, I love it. I love that. Dude.
And there are some deep holes you can get in.
Yeah, that's where the aliens live, in those deep holes.
They're in Antarctica, man. I mean, that would be sick. I'd like that.
Yeah, it would be, because it's true.
Yeah. You guys better get up there if you want to enjoy.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. This is insane.
Wow.
This place is outstandingly incredible.
Look at the big one. Oh my god, look at its eyes. Oh my goodness. Oh my god, it's so cool.
Oh, they're coming back to the ship with us.
Mission 4 is complete, but now we're headed up to summit a small Antarctic mountain. And of course, fight through the weather.
Off we go.
Best day of my life.
There's greenery here. There's moss.
We have some moss inside lichens.
That's crazy.
Oh, what?
It kind of looks like Iceland. Like right here.
Another continental landing for us.
Boom. This is awesome.
Beautiful.
This is so damn cool.
Now we have an epic hike to go see some chin straps.
And get a whole view on both sides of the peninsula.
Yeah.
This is pretty cool. I could not genuinely have imagined coming here and never had the opportunity to like not step foot off the boat. And the fact that at a minimum, when it's good weather, you're basically getting 4 excursions.
Per day.
Yeah, and what we don't really cover is that after the first excursion, we traveled 2.5 hours. And now we're in an entirely new area. So they are extremely efficient at like showing us as much of the Antarctic Peninsula and the islands as possible. You alright?
That gust of wind or something.
Wow, this is pretty steep.
Maybe we should take a break or something.
Now we need to see the chin straps.
Yeah.
Oh wow! If you look like right at the edge, you can see them all standing on the edge.
Oh, I see them.
Oh, those little guys are ballsy, huh?
Lichen.
Really? Wow.
Green.
Yeah, look, greenery. A little bit of moss.
Don't fall, Jerry, don't fall. Do not touch the ground. Oh my God.
For the record, I sprinted up here so I can get a cool shot of you guys walking up.
Oh, I thought you were trying to establish dominance.
No!
I couldn't have that.
I was like, let me run ahead so I can get a cool shot.
TFIL!
This is pretty epic. My first formal encounter with the chin straps.
Yeah?
Not just one, but a whole colony of them.
First one on land.
Pay attention to it. You can see that little line around the chin. I see why they call it chin strap now. There's a bunch right here. 2 of them are nesting. 3 of them are nesting. 4 of them are nesting. All of them are nesting.
The 2 penguins making the journey all the way down to the water, I'm assuming to get food, and then come all the way back up. Crazy. Okay, but he just got pushed off the ledge.
The one who's been screaming for 5 minutes, some other penguin came up to him and just smacked him and said, "Stop screaming."
I cannot imagine a more beautiful place that we will ever be to than right here, right now.
Yeah. Everywhere you look, there's just a beautiful, picturesque scene to see.
Just a truly remarkable place. Every time I see a view like this, I get so mad that the Chilean government took my damn pole. Thanks for saying yes when I asked you out for the second time 3 years later. Because if you would have said no, this never would have happened. Love you.
I love you.
Okay, we walk down now. Okay, Ginger and I were just talking, and I'm just putting this into the universe because it's a thing I've done a few times, and strangely it always happens. The South Pole is on the list. If there's any documentary teams or any people that shoot documentaries that would like to come join us on that trip or want to make a similar trip, there's no rule that says we can't go to Antarctica twice. But if there's anyone out there that would like to come shoot this stuff, 99% likely I cannot pay you because we lose money every trip we go on. But, you know, we understand what our job is, so it's okay. It is what it is. But Nat Geo, Travel Channel, PBS, anyone else out there wants to come shoot this place, or any other place, for that matter, to really showcase what it's actually like, please hit us up, because there's only so much we're able to actually like demonstrate.
Let's manifest this.
We're a team of 4. There's only so much we can do and shoot. Are you okay?
I'm manifesting her.
Oh, that's what you're doing. I thought you were getting pelted with hail.
It's gonna happen. I'm manifesting her.
Please, hit us up. Email me. Real, you got it. Anyways, let's make some sick stuff.
We'll help you with stuff too. We're good at stuff. We can do things. I can make you snacks and food, and he gives great shoulder rubs. So, yeah, it's a win-win.
I was a massage therapist for 5 years, so just saying. All right.
We took one step and now we're filming again.
Yep.
The wind picked up, the ice is coming in. What do they call it?
Brash ice.
Brash ice.
But that's down there. This is actual snow and hail. It's literally been 20 seconds since the last clip that we filmed, and this wind just picked up.
Oh my gosh. We're about to go on those Zodiacs in the brash ice, so we have to kind of hustle down there in this,
Okay, let's do the hustle down there part then. This is crazy.
All the ice, you can start seeing all these sheer ices coming through.
I just realized
you haven't seen this yet.
No, I did not look behind me
This
yet.
is why they were trying to rush us, because it's dangerous to have all this ice around.
Oh my god. Dude, listening to it is crazy.
This is crazy. Wow, we're just going through the ice.
Ginger, you look so stoic holding that out.
Do I? I'm so scared.
This looks insane.
Thanks, Jackal. Thank you.
I got it.
Penguins on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Penguins!
Another check mark on the list of things we never thought we'd do in our lifetime. But now, it's time for the final mission of the episode. We have to survive the freezing night on an island by digging a hole in the snow for all of us to sleep in.
Oh my gosh, there's 2 of them.
2 of them in sync again, here we go.
In unison. Ah! This one. Oh, blow a hole. Tail's coming right here. Boom, tail. So we learned that the whales underneath the water will blow bubbles, and this causes the krill to all come up because the bubbles force them up. And then at the same time, both whales do that, then they both can open their mouths super wide and catch all the krill. That's their hunting technique, or their feeding technique. And it looks like we have 2 pairs of them doing it right now.
Well, they're doing it different methods. These guys are doing bubbles.
Okay.
These guys are diving.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then that's also why you see the birds all over, because the birds eat the krill too. So the bubbles force the krill up, so then the birds are able to take advantage of that.
Evan, we can hear them.
You can hear them making noises.
That is unreal that I actually just got that shot.
Oh my
gosh.
You can hear even the guides. Oh my god.
This is once in a lifetime.
For the record, earlier in the trip when I was like, the reason why we got a balcony room is so we can film moments like this. This is what we were hoping. Oh my, they're massive. That's the expedition team right now going out to set up camp for us camping tonight. I know, they're right there. And
This
also,
is gonna be our soundtrack when we go to sleep at night. Like some people play this on Spotify, like ocean noises to fall asleep to. We're gonna have the whale noises to fall asleep to.
ooh, they're gonna be right here in a second. That's unreal. That's absolutely unreal. That's absolutely unreal. This is crazy. Interesting, the birds stopped though. I wonder what the reason is. Maybe they're done feeding?
I think they're done feeding. Yeah, now they're traveling. That's what Jess said before.
Oh. Yeah, I don't think it gets any more beautiful than this.
No, it doesn't.
I just...
It's a fact. It doesn't get more beautiful than this.
What's the crazy thing about too is in the last decade, there's probably only been 1 million people total that have even had the chance to see what we just saw.
Yeah, it's unreal.
Oh my
god, that was so pretty. Oh my god, that was so pretty. Oh,
I heard 100 people gasp.
Oh, that was magical. Oh,
that's gonna bring a tear to my eye. Oh, that's so pretty. Wow. I feel like Marty. I've never seen anything in my entire life that made me cry, like, out of beauty.
Not me?
No.
On your wedding day?
Shit. No, actually, I held it back.
Asshole.
But I knew that was coming. You know what I mean? I was mentally prepared for you to walk down the aisle. But here, had no idea that whale was about to come down the aisle and take my heart away.
Oh, they're doing the circles, the bubbles in the circle.
They're about to go under the bow. Oh my god, they're quite literally under our ship right now. That's really cool. That's amazing.
And the krill feed on the ice. That's why they're here, because there's algae that forms under the ice. That's what the krill eats. That's why they all gather here. That's why everyone's coming here to feed. And krill have the largest mass weight combined of any wild animal on planet Earth.
Yes.
That's how much krill there are.
Yes.
And we just saw like 1 million of them get eaten. Crazy. Oh my god.
The condition seems to be good, so we have a goal for the campaign. Campers at 9:30 at the shop. They're gonna punch me.
Dude, have people ever been so excited to leave their hotel room to dig a hole in the snow and sleep in a bag?
I don't think so, but I'm excited.
Wow.
Yep, we just got the go-ahead that we can leave our hot shower and bed behind. Go sleep in the -2 degree snow.
And also, as a reference right now, the sun sets at 11:48 p.m. and it rises at 2:23 a.m.
Just for the record, there's no shot I'm sleeping.
No, this was fun.
Yeah. We're gonna get ready for camping now. You were dressed like a penguin this entire time? Put your hood on. You had this on the entire time?
I love Antarctica. I really love Antarctica.
Tell me right now if I look like a Christmas Pilates instructor. You know?
Oh no!
Ah! You should do a get ready with me Antarctic camping edition video. Oh.
Isn't that literally what we're doing?
Yeah, but you gotta like keep going up to the camera and doing it. Then you gotta like do your makeup, right? So like you're camping.
You think I need makeup?
No, isn't that what they do?
Rude.
Isn't that what those YouTubers do?
Wow, I think I need makeup to go camping.
That's not what I'm saying, Ginger.
Okay, I'm gonna put makeup on because Elton thinks I'm ugly. So here's my mascara that hopefully will make me pretty enough for him while we go camping tonight.
All right, this is everything you need to be ready to camp overnight in Antarctica. $7 penguin costume off the Amazon. That's all you need. It's all about a mindset.
Got us a big black bag. I have no idea what's in it. We'll find out.
Wow, we're really doing it.
We're going camping! Woohoo! We're going camping!
Wow. This is insane. Just a little island.
We're going camping. We're going from our boat.
Welcome to this amazing campsite, guys. Are we ready to go camping, guys?
Yeah!
Oh,
Yeah, it's okay.
It's a beautiful spot, man. Surrounded by glaciers. Like, you couldn't be more Antarctic.
Alright, let's do this.
Let's head on up.
Yo, you have no idea how stoked I am right now. But man, this view. We're not even up there yet. Let's get going.
Ah, what's up?
You made it.
We made it.
you did it! You're
I've been looking forward to this all week.
A humpback right there.
Where?
A humpback literally just
Whoa, I see
reached right between your high five.
What a start.
Unreal. This is crazy. This is absolutely insane.
Alright, let's go find our spot where we want to dig the hole for our bodies to land tonight.
Yeah, we got shovels. Yay!
The BUTKAs need to make their hole so Tim can go to sleep.
I'll take ginger knives.
I'll go get another.
Oh, wait, what? No, Jerry, it's okay. Let Jerry go first, babe. Okay, here we go. Here?
One more down. Of the day. Yeah.
Yeah.
Babe?
Yeah.
I think you're doing a fabulous job.
Thank you so much.
Let me know if you want me to take over.
I don't. This is fun. So right now I'm kind of going for make solid edges.
Okay.
Up the snow in the middle. Just a
Okay.
little bit mushy and easy to kind of yank out. And then from there, decide how deep down I want to dig this. But as far as I know, there's no rules. So I'm thinking 10 feet.
10 feet deep?
I'm thinking 10 feet deep, right?
Yeah. And then we're gonna build a small door that connects to every single one of them.
You better get to work then. Well, Evan's got some progress here. He might have the most progress of all three of you. Oh wow, you are digging a deep hole there, huh babe? Oh, it's been about 20 minutes. I'm a little unsure of how my future's gonna look here. That ship is looking quite appealing right now.
Probably put gloves on, huh? Yeah.
Oh my god.
My hands probably shouldn't be that color, right? Is this bad? Is this bad? This is really bad, right?
You're just digging a hole.
Yeah, how are we supposed to sleep in that?
I dig hole, I like hole, I big hole.
I feel like we're looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, yours is definitely the best. I think you're done.
Come on, come on.
Okay, you guys. People are looking at us.
Huh?
People are looking at us.
You know, to be honest, we have all night.
You guys. Jerry, what do you think about digging your own hole?
Oh, it was great.
Yeah?
It was slushy and easy to dig, and we got about down about 8 to 10 feet. Everything's fine.
Jerry, yours is looking great. You got a whole wall over here.
We're gonna build the premises, you know? Great Wall of Antarctica is happening. Just watch, wait, give me an hour.
Okay, an hour. Team BUTKA has done great. Here's the entrance, the foyer, the master suite, and then you can kind of to the ensuite. Oh my god, look at this view you've got here too. Wow. Now we have the CASTEE home.
I hit ice.
Really?
I can't dig any deeper.
You did hit ice?
Look. So much for going 10 feet.
I know we're short, but I think it's gotta be a little longer than that. Look how tiny this is. This is like half the size of theirs. Look at Jerry's and theirs and then ours.
I see your point. I acknowledge it. I will continue to improve.
He's just silent now. I think that's anger.
Would you like some help?
No.
Okay.
Sure, come on.
I think we have a problem. I don't think Kim can get out of here.
Look at that, see?
What?
They're trying to hire me. They all want to recruit me. They're like, wow, your hole's so impressive.
This is impressive right here, this one.
We did it! Yay! The
It's a
show.
beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for a neighbor. Would you be mine? Oh. All right, show me your crib.
Well, you see, there's a
My bed. This is the BUTKA's crib. This is the formal entrance.
Oh, nice. Stairwell, okay.
The stairwell to the BUTKA pad.
Yes, spiral staircase. It's great.
This is the master suite. Master suite. We got
Yeah.
views up here. We just moved in, so Evan doesn't quite have a picture here yet.
Yeah.
Open air plan.
I think, you know, you really are going for the tiny home aesthetic. It's really popular right now.
Very
It's
minimalistic. It's very minimal.
Yeah.
What do
The
you
bag really ties the whole room together, I think.
Literally.
It's really good decoration there. It's nice. Estimate for this is like 450,000, right?
Million.
Okay. Okay. Right. We're in LA after all.
How's your hole?
Good. I'm gonna dig a little staircase.
You're going deeper?
Yeah, no, officially. Like ELTON, I hit ice. Gonna solidify the wall. I'm gonna build a chair, a table, a staircase, maybe even a door. It's gonna be great.
We have a slide.
It's an entrance. First home after marriage.
Oh, you're supposed to carry me over the threshold. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yay!
It's official!
Does anyone have water?
The next step is we each have a bag that looks like this. In this bag is what we're going to sleep in. And it's tricky because only the black colored items are allowed to touch the snow.
There are extreme sanitation measures in place in case this is the first video of ours that you're watching and you're in Antarctica and you're like, hey, aren't you going to possibly bring diseases to the continent? No, everything gets disinfected, foods get disinfected, all of the bags. That's why it's very, very strict and specific about what can touch the surface, including why they gave us these boots a few days ago called muck boots, and their antibacterial properties and all the weird chemicals that we step in and clean stuff.
We are very careful. We don't touch the snow. We don't do anything. We follow all the rules, and that's why this is so important. Okay, so that's allowed to touch the ground. Go ahead and place it down. This is not allowed to touch the ground. Just put this around you like a sponge. Now this is allowed to touch the ground. So this is like a rug for the house. So you could just put all your stuff on top of it. But now I'm going to fold this up like a taco, and then we're going to put it in that black bag. So flip it, and I'll slide this in there. Let's go. Okay, now we can lay this down, and now we put the red sleeping bag inside. This is how we get ready to camp in Antarctica.
That's it.
Yep. And then we can zip it up, and then we'll have to get the cotton liner later because that's what we put our bodies in when we go inside the sleeping bag.
This is so crazy because if you look around, it looks like there's nothing happening.
Oh my God.
People that are all sleeping in the snow.
Yeah.
And everyone's completely
Like, look at behind you. There's a person right there.
This is crazy. I kind of feel bad for being loud, but it's kind of fun to just like, we're in the middle of an island in Antarctica. I do wish that we just built like a giant one where everyone could just like all toast in the center. This is really cool.
I think everybody else here is so glad that we're not in a giant one because they don't want to be near us.
Why are you still digging?
Huh? I'm creating my bedroom here.
Also, are you sleeping vertically?
No. I'm putting my bed right here.
Oh, your sleeping bag's getting wet, dude.
Where?
Your whole giant red sleeping bag. It's not okay. What you doing there, bud?
I'm trying to get warm before I get in my sleeping bag. So my body heats up the sleeping bag.
The two different types of people. For preference right now, it is 10 minutes till midnight. It is bright as hell outside. Yeah, it's midnight. And it's just, yeah, I can't even expose that. It's just so much fog. Night, guys. Cheers.
Right up. But everyone else is, so we don't want to be rude.
Yeah, there you go.
How do I get the camera?
Got it. Oh God. Oh God. We're legit inside of an ice cave right now. And my man made this ice cave.
When were the first ones to sleep in the snow in Antarctica overnight in costumes?
In penguin costumes?
Yeah.
I'm gonna say yes.
This is pretty crazy. Too bad there's no stars to look at, huh? It's just a big sheet of... This has been quite the incredible trip so far, huh?
I'm actually starting to get sad it's gonna end. I'm not gonna lie, I was a little nervous about the camping. I don't do very well with the cold, so it's a bit intimidating, but this is one of the coolest things I've ever done.
Yeah, it's really not bad, just because of the fact that you would think that in the middle of the night in Antarctica it would drop like below freezing, but in reality, because the sun's kind of always in the same place-ish, it stays about the same temperature.
Yeah, and
yeah, this is incredible. Too bad you can't do like a bonfire.
I know.
It'd be so sick. God, I'd love to go to the actual South Pole.
Oh.
Spend however long it takes to do it.
Yeah.
It is so funny that we have such an incredibly nice like hotel room.
Yeah.
Over the water, the shower and power and TV and Wi-Fi, and this is so much better.
This is so cool. Thank you, babe.
Don't thank me. Thank them.
Thank you, babes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Thank you guys. Okay, my arms are absolutely dead from holding this camera.
You skipped arm day again. Oh, it can still see us.
Yeah, barely.
It's 12:30, Jerry, go to sleep. I think we're gonna wake up in 3 hours and he's just gonna have an ice mansion. He's not gonna stop.
So working on this stairs is a lot harder than I thought. This is solid. This, not so much. Seems like we're gonna need to apply more snow in the air.
It's 3:40 in the morning.
Oh no.
Oh, we gotta start digging and filling back in our snow pit. Right now.
Oh, there's gonna be a big wave.
It's gonna, oh my god. Look at the wave, guys.
Whoa.
First thing we see when we wake up in the morning. Oh, first time we saw that in Antarctica.
Yeah.
Actually see an ice shelf collapse. Awesome. All right, let's do our bags.
Jerry, hi.
Do you regret building such a deep hole?
No, I regret not building more. Thank you guys for helping.
Yep. We did it.
Yeah. Good job. Good job. Cammy survived.
I see that one.
We did it, everyone. See you guys soon. I need some hot shower, right, Jerry?
Yeah, cold shower makes it tougher.
What?
We did it. Never been so exhausted for the activity with sleeping.
How much do you think you slept?
An hour, 20 minutes.
Yeah, okay.
Something like that, hour and a half maybe. I just kept waking up. Yeah, over and over again.
We didn't go there to sleep. We went there to camp.
Fun times. Blackout curtains going down. And we see you guys in a few hours. Is the time. All the missions are complete, but we still have more Antarctica videos coming up. And here's some bonus scenes as well. But since you made it to the end of the video, leave a comment that says night night, because it means the world to us to know who watches all the way to the end of the episodes. Okay, I feel as though it's like good time to talk about how good the food has been every single night.
It's been, most of the night has been buffet style, and they've been switching it up to different types of cuisine. I can't even tell you how full my plate is every single time. I just want to get everything.
Speaking of which, hold on.
This is definitely the fullest my plate has been. Usually my plate's like half full, but tonight is the night.
Normally we show our meals whenever we travel, but it's kind of the same buffet and sit down. The food is insane.
Climate birds. 10.
That was the worst thing you could have ever done for your back.
It was spit on my legs.
It was like pure just bad.
Here, try. Oh, what are you doing? Ow!
Don't choke me. What are you doing though? This is kind of fun.
See, now he gets it.
It sounded like a fart. It was just my water bottle. You are choking me though.
It's hurting.
Your forearm is.
Okay, well, I'm falling. Just gonna say, I did 10 and he did 3.
No, does that mean you're stronger?
Yeah, my legs are way stronger.
Oh yeah, okay.
You know what's really cute?
What?
You guys are matching.
Because I bought us these on Amazon like 2 days before the trip.
Walk around the rest of shit like this.
Yeah, me too.